What are the effects of immunization on public health? The first vaccination was created by the father of immunizations, better known as Edward Jenner. In 1796, Edward Jenner created a plan to stop a quickly spreading virus called cowpox. Mr. Jenner would take a small amount of smallpox pus and spread it into the open wounds of healthy citizens. It was a painful but revolutionary process that helped save many lives. Vaccinations are chemical combinations of dead or weakened cells from a virus. Those cells help create antibodies against the virus that you're vaccinating for. Vaccines are created to help keep society living and healthy. In order to keep society healthy, everyone should be required to get a vaccine, but some people strongly disagree. If you get a vaccine, you are virtually immune. In earlier days, the only way to get immune to a virus is by exposing yourself to the virus or getting it. If you were lucky to survive the virus, your body could handle defending itself once more. Vaccines are also important because a child that misses many days of school due to an illness could start failing in class and miss assignments. Vaccines are also cheaper than getting the virus and curing it. It is always good to be safe. It is important for traveling families to be vaccinated because, when in foreign countries, there are foreign viruses which can be spread easily when you return to your home country. New vaccines are constantly being created for your well-being. It is smart to keep up to date with the latest disease preventions. Some vaccines for diseases such as pertussis or tetanus lose their effectiveness over time and require 10-year boosters. Vaccine cells cannot be dead or weakened enough when injected and could cause the virus itself to make an appearance. Some vaccines are made with adjuvants. Adjuvants are additives in a vaccine. Some examples would be mercury or lead. Those chemicals are poison. Would you really inject poison toxins into your bloodstream?
I began looking at vaccine toxicity years before I had my first child, back in the 70s. And back then there was enough information for us to see that the whole theory of vaccines could be terribly flawed, and that by dumping stuff into the blood could in fact cause some severe long-term illnesses.
Doctors have lately been deciding to vaccinate women that are pregnant. In this early stage of development, it could possibly create autism or other birth defects in the child's future. Autism and mercury or lead vaccines have not yet been proven. A small disadvantage of vaccinating is the shock of an area could swell or become red. 1 in 5 children will have a swelled injection site. 1 in 10 children could receive a mild fever, and 1 in 10 children could receive a mild rash. There is a law surrounding vaccines. It is said if you have a current physical and a good excuse of why not to be vaccinated, you could possibly exempt yourself. Voluntary vaccines include polio, diphtheria, tetanus, pertussis, measles, mumps, rubella, hepatitis B, and varicella. There are also many other voluntary vaccines that are recommended by doctors. It is smart to be safe, so try to get as many vaccines as possible. For the public, it is safer to be vaccinated. There are many unvaccinated children and adults, and if a child or parent were unvaccinated and got a disease, it could spread from one unvaccinated child to another. The virus could keep multiplying, leading to an epidemic. Some vaccines do not completely protect you. It will always be the safest thing to get your vaccinations. Disadvantages are basically the same. You could get the virus if you have a vaccination, but there are a few cases in which that happens. The best thing to do if a child gets a virus is to keep them home until they are 100% better. Another thing to do if a child is sick is take them to the doctor's office, get antibiotics, and help with the sickness so the virus can die out sooner. With adults, make your best judgment. An adult should know if he or she is healthy enough to go to work. Adults can take themselves to the doctors, find their own treatment, and most important, make the decision when it comes to vaccination. What is the best thing to do when it comes to vaccination? The fact is, it's a matter of opinion. In the Bible, it says that children are a gift from God. There were rumors spreading, stating that some vaccines are made with aborted baby lung tissue. Many Christians claim it is wrong to inject children with children. At other points in the Bible, it says that we must obey God over men. The government-required vaccines should not be required. In the end, it is your decision on whether you're vaccinated or not.